Hi, everyone. My name is Chad Trim, and I am a Senior Solutions Architect here at Bonterra. We built Bonterra's Apricot product to support the specific needs of nonprofits and public sector agencies. And for over 20 years, we've helped those teams improve processes and save staff time through our all-in-one case management software. In this video, I'll be diving into our forms and workflow functionality. You can use these features to simplify your day-to-day work, streamline intake, and improve efficiency. So let's get started. Apricot's form building feature allows you to collect the information that matters most to your programs, from demographic information to program needs with no code required. You simply drag and drop the fields that you want to include to customize the form to your specific needs. Like reports, you can make changes to forms at any point if you need to gather more information or see a different slice of it. Forms can be built from scratch or chosen from our library of over 100 different templates, depending on what you need for a particular program. I'll give a couple examples here, starting with editing a previously published out form. My intake form here, this is the backend, and say I've got a new funder that's requiring me 6 months after my initial implementation process to add some additional pieces of information, like tracking veteran status. Over here on the right-hand side are all the different field choices I can choose from options to text boxes, date and time, calculation fields, even special fields like linking functionality and electronic signatures. For this case, veteran status, we'll pull in a radio button here and name it as such, veteran status. I'll enter in my field choices, which in this case, I want to be yes, no, active duty. And then as soon as I save and publish this form out, it'll be ready to be utilized. If I wanted to build something from scratch or use a template, I can also do it through the same exact process. Say I don't like the way case notes are built within the template library because I take more of a contact-based approach to things. I could build a client contact form here very easily, where I'm pulling in first the date of contact. Then this time we'll use a drop-down field for type of contact. I'll do email, phone call, home visit. And then I'll pull in a text box for simple notes from that contact. Again, as soon as I save and publish this out, now this will be able to be utilized by any staff person on any client that they're serving. Web forms also play an important role in making intake easier for your team. Instead of spending a ton of time keying in information from paper forms and other systems, web forms automate the process, filtering participant information directly into your case management system. This means that you can focus on getting to know your participants' needs and connect them with the right program faster. We know it's important to meet participants where they are and support their unique needs, which is why Apricot allows you to host a form directly on your website, like my example with Link, one of our partners in Kansas City, Missouri here, so that potential clients can fill out their information wherever they are. Link has a great pre-enrollment application for their before and after school program embedded on their site that they actually found saved them 20 minutes per intake. They could multiply that out by the number of participants they had referred in a given year, and that was their immediate time savings. One year it was something crazy, like 85 full work days it saved them, just having that published out to their website. You can even have multiple forms with different questions depending on the type of client you're working with, like kids versus adults, or Link's example here with the form being in English or Spanish. Web forms are based on your intake forms, but don't have to include all of the information. You can encourage clients to fill out these forms on their own with just the most important information for determining initial eligibility. Staff can then go back and fill in the gaps later on. All of the standard form features still apply, such as form logic, required fields, and duplicate checking. And these forms can be embedded on your website, sent out via email, or even turned into a QR code to publish in a public space. Beyond intake, we can also help simplify exits, transfers, and more through workflow functionality. Workflows formalize internal processes, making it easy to stick to the key steps and provide top-notch support to your participants. You can create different workflows for different efforts, tying participants and staff members to each one. People can even be tied to multiple workflows simultaneously, meaning that staff that play key roles in several different workflows can be added to each one and notified when they have a task to complete. If participants are enrolled in multiple programs, they too can be connected to each workflow, allowing your team to provide the best support possible for many different needs. Workflows are triggered when the first step in a process is created or updated. My example here, either saving or creating a new participant profile. You'll see here now I have my different options for the different workflows that I can enroll this client in. Once I decide which workflow I'm enrolling them in, you'll see that multiple forms can be strung together into that workflow process. This means that the completion of a form can be contingent on the completion of the previous one, and so on. I've got my record save checklist down here at the bottom. You can see here that this is showing all of the forms that have been documented so far and the ones upcoming in this particular workflow. Different staff can also be in charge of different parts of the workflow process, utilizing rules and alerts. Say I'm in charge of tasks 1 and 2, but a colleague is in charge of tasks 3 and 4. I can set it up so that they'd receive a notification as soon as I complete my portion of the process, letting them know that it's their turn to complete the rest of that workflow. Thanks for joining me today as I showcased our forms and workflow features. If you have any questions or would like to see our Apricot case management software in action, you can fill out our demo request form. We would love to partner with you to make your processes and intake a little easier.